Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Welcome, everybody. Today I'm interviewing Alex Blake from Remax Elite in Brentwood, Tennessee. Welcome, Alex. Thank you for being here today.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate being on.
Great. So before we get into some real estate questions, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became a realtor?
Yeah, sure. I was actually when I became a realtor, I was going to school, actually getting my degree in construction management, which I ended up getting. And I asked my professor at the time, I said, hey, I've got an interest in real estate. So what do you think if this summer, when I take some school time off, if I get my license, would you give me some credit for it? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. We'll give you some credit for it. Some extracurricular credit for it. So got my license after that and started working with a builder. And, from there forward, it was kind of history. I mean, I enjoyed working with people and, obviously just the industry. So I want to learn more about it.
All right, that's a great way of getting into it. Well, on that note, what separates you from the others? There's so much competition out there. So what's your magic?
Well, I think the biggest thing that sets me apart is just really the work ethic. I'm not one of the typical real estate agents that puts a sign out front of someone's home and just waits for the phone to ring. Because anybody can do that, even a homeowner can do that. So the difference is not I guess. There really isn't a magic pill in this world. And I don't think all the gimmicks realtors, we get sold things every day trying to buy ads on this or ads on a shopping cart at a grocery store and those kind of things. And really, if you just do regular work ethic things, just pound the pavement, get out there and do some work, is really the difference that you make. And I think that goes with any industry, either it is real estate or any industry. It's meeting people, connecting with people, and being out there, just working,
Good. So, but what happened that made you realize that this was for you? You can do this very well or better than average. And I said, yeah, that's what I want to do. Is there anything specific that happened or something in general?
Well, I think in general, it was, I got into the marketplace, when the marketplace was tanking. And so I knew if I was able to make it good when all the realtors were getting out of the business, then I should be able to, be successful in any marketplace. So that's kind of, I think, what drove, me and brought me to my success now. I was in the marketplace where short sales were aplenty. I was doing personally about 50 short sales in a year, managing all of that and just helping people just stay afloat. And, that was some bad times. It was really scary for a lot of people. And, agents were getting out of the business, lenders were getting out of the business, and I just, strapped on my boots and went to work, and we made it through that. And, I knew if that happened, I would be, great where I am today. And it's really helped out, the whole process. It's been great.
That was a gutsy time to get into it.
It definitely was. It definitely was. People, and believe me, people told me over and over, what are you doing, Alex? Why are you doing this? Over and over. Why would you get into an industry where everybody's getting out? The prices have gone from this and they're in half now. And I'm like, hey, let's go after it. People are making money in any marketplace. All you got to do is just work a little bit smarter. That's it.
Yeah. So I guess working with these people and helping them out, that's something that probably had an impact, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge impact. Seeing people's lives be changed overnight because of what happened with the marketplace and be able to help them and pick them back up. And luckily, it's been years since that's happened, and most of those clients have actually purchased again. And, we're all back to, I wouldn't say normal, but at the same time, those wounds have healed, and that's been great to be able to help them once again get into the houses that they want to get into.
Yeah. Now, talking about clients, and what are some of the most common questions your clients ask you?
Well, of course, it depends on the buying and the selling, but, usually on the selling side of things, people ask, how soon are you how quickly are you selling a home is one of the major questions that people ask. And luckily, we've been fortunate in our marketplace that, we have our average day on market's about 8 days right now, which is just, it's crazy. It's been a huge blessing. At the same time, there is a little bit of that curse that comes with that because things are happening so quickly. But we've been able to grow and grow through that. But yeah, it's been wonderful. Some of the other things are how many homes you've sold last year. A lot of people want to know. Nobody wants to hire someone that only sold 3 homes a year, and and that's very plentiful out there. I mean, that's the average in our industry right now. It's three homes a year from the National Association of Realtors. So, you definitely want to go with someone that's a professional.
So reputation is important these days, more than ever. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then of course with the reputation, they're asking for some referrals of past clients that have worked with me, and just because a lot of the folks I work with, some are referrals and some don't. They don't know me at all. They want to know a little bit more about me and how we tick a little bit, and make sure we're a good fit. Yeah,
it's very personal. So you do need to connect with these people and see if you got the same values and everything. It's very, very people type of sale, right? Yeah,
of course. Yeah, and it's majorly important.
And one thing that leads me into discussing this, you working with clients. I mean, why would working with a professional like yourself improve their chance? Well, actually, let's take it one step before that. A lot of people actually try to do it themselves. What are some things they might try these days?
Well, if you're going to try it on your own and you're going to sell your home, you're going to try to do that by yourself, I would say, obviously I'm a realtor, so I'm going to say you're going to want representation. So of course that's where you would go. Now, if you absolutely want to do it on your own, then one of the things that I would say is you want to partner up with a lender. Make certain that you have someone that when that buyer does call you, they're qualified. To me, that's scary. I have 3 kids at home, and for me to just allow anybody to come by my property and look at it, it's kind of scary. Casing the place, those things do happen in our marketplace. Even though we live in a safe place, things do happen. So I would say you, number one, want to partner up with a lender that you knew, that you trusted, that's going to kind of vet these people. If someone calls you on the phone and says, hey, I want to go take a look at the home on Saturday at 4, great, that sounds wonderful. I'd love to show you the home. Before that, let me have my lender call you just to make certain you're qualified for the home, to bring them, to come on by, so we're not wasting each other's time. And I think that's respected. And I think the buyers at that time is going to respect that seller even more. And they're going to know they want to do this a professional transaction instead of, bringing out all the tire kickers in the marketplace. Nobody wants
very
that,
good,
right?
It's a very good tip, actually. On that note, I mean, so working with a professional like yourself, how would that improve their chances of succeeding?
Well, and that is another part that separates me from the rest of the flock, is having a proactive approach. Even if you're going to hire a realtor, a lot of them will just put a sign out front, put it on the MLS, and wait for the phone to ring. They'll wait for someone else to do pretty much all the heavy lifting. We do the different side of it. We do the proactive approach, where I'm actually going out there trying to find a buyer for the home. Believe me, we're going to definitely advertise it to all the other agents, because my grandfather always told me I'd rather make $1 off of 100 people than just $1 off my own efforts, So we're definitely going to do that. But at the same time, we're also going to make certain we're finding the buyer for your home. And I have an 18-point plan of action that goes through exactly what we do differently than other agents. That is taking that proactive approach. One of them is doing a lot of cold calling. We call around the neighborhood and ask them specifically, hey, your neighbor just, put their home on the market. It's going for this and this price. Who would you know that would like to move into your neighborhood? Because me personally, and that's a great question, I think, to ask those folks, because me personally, if I have a friend that just called me and said, hey, I just got a job offer in Nashville, here we're moving into town, and someone the day before or so told me that my neighbor's home just went on the market, what's the first house I'm going to tell them about? My neighbor's home, right? And so we do a lot of selling that way, trying to get those buyers out of the neighbors. They're centers of influence. They're people they know in their church group, and so forth and so forth. Like I said, it is a person-to-person business. It's very relationship. So we want to make certain that we capitalize on that as well.
Mm-hmm. So as a professional, what other things are you doing for sellers at this point that will really improve their chance of succeeding?
Well, of course, we do professional photography. I think that is hands down one of the greatest things that you can do in our marketplace. Don't allow any other agent or even yourself to take pictures on your cell phone. I mean, I know your cell phone's great. Mine is great too. It takes wonderful pictures. But on the other end of things, a professional really knows how to make your home look just more, I don't know, glamorized. I don't know a better way to say that, but make it look and shine just the way it's supposed to be. So that's one thing. And of course, then it's just the other methods of advertising on all the websites that are out there. Buyers are looking at websites before they're coming out to the home and taking a look at it. Then making certain that your agent has all the information about the area, the schools, the fire department, the crime rate, all those kind of things. Get that research done. Make certain that you can use that for your benefit when you're getting those buyers that are interested in the home and getting them to buy yours versus the house across town.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So we was talking about the seller, but what would you tell somebody to consider in order to be successful purchasing a home?
Okay, so on the purchase side, so if you're a buyer in today's marketplace, obviously it's to your benefit to work with an agent because realistically the listing side or the seller is going to be usually paying that compensation. So work with a real estate agent that knows the marketplace and of course, knows the marketplace, knows how much the average home is selling for, knows how many days on market is the average for the area. You can use all those things for bettering the negotiation process. And obviously, I look at it this way, okay? The best way to look at it is if you had a lawsuit, someone was filing a lawsuit against you for whatever the house amount's going to be, let's pick $300,000. Now, would you show up to court without an attorney? Nobody would, right? Nobody would. That's a lot of money to be out there. So first thing would be obviously making certain that you do have that representation to better your ability. I mean, just this week, I helped a client actually get their home that they wanted over a multiple bidding war with other agents. And we didn't pay any more than asking price. We were just better on the negotiating, making certain that we had all of our ducks in a row, talking with the agent, doing whatever we can on there. 3 months ago, we actually bought cupcakes for the seller because she liked pineapples. And so we actually went out and bought pineapples when we presented the offer. So going a little bit above the extra mile to make certain that your offer is looked at not just as paper, but as an actual person. So we create that emotional effect too, which helps.
Very good. Very good. And also the fact that you know the area very well, you can advise them on what they should be considering in terms of the different areas that are available. And so I think this is a very, very big role that real estate realtors are doing for people who want to purchase in a place they don't really know, right? It's just a question of price.
Yeah, of course. Like another example, just was it yesterday? Yeah, just yesterday we ended up negotiating another deal where, the seller wanted a certain amount, which the last recent comp sold for $10,000 lower, and it had granite countertops. So we used that for our benefit, whereas we had to do the research beforehand to figure all that information out and then present that with our offer. So our offer wasn't, just considered a lowball offer. It actually had facts to go with that lower than asking price offer. And of course, the house had been on the market for about 32 days. And in our marketplace, that's pretty rare. So of course, there's something wrong that's causing that home not to sell. And it was, of course, the price. And the buyer ended up that we were representing ended up getting a great deal for the home.
That's awesome. Well, all right. Well, before we wrap up, what piece of advice can you give someone who wants to buy or sell a house but really doesn't know where to start? So what's one thing you wanted to tell a buyer and a seller separately, obviously, that doesn't know where to start? Who doesn't know where to start?
Well, of course, if you're right off the gates, like I said, reach out to a professional real estate agent. You can give me a call anytime. I'd love to work with you and get you that starting. I'm more of a different agent. I love to actually educate, teach around that process because I feel that the more that the buyer knows about the process, the more they're able to make a better educated decision. And so I come with that teaching approach, so that you know exactly what you're getting into, how long the process is, what's happening next, and what's around that corner that we might not be able to see over that hill or over that corner. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. And that's great stuff. I really want to thank you for being with us today, Alex, and sharing some of your stories, your knowledge with our audience. This is very important to us. And speaking of our audience, how can our listeners learn more about you or get in touch with you?
Well, you can give me a call. Obviously, my phone number, I'll give that out to you. It's 615-628-7188. So I'll say it one more time. That's 615-628-7188, and that's my direct cell phone. Or you can reach me. I really just have the Facebook page, which I think's been very, very helpful. If you just type in on Facebook, Alex Blake Real Estate, that's Alex Blake Real Estate, my information will come up. It has, a lot of pictures and videos from clients, testimonials, what we're doing in the marketplace today.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of the area that you'll be able to help people, you mentioned Brentwood, Tennessee, but is there anything more that you'd like to add about this area that you're covering?
Yeah, I'm covering basically the Middle Tennessee area. So you got Brentwood, you got Franklin, you got Nashville, you got Murfreesboro, you got Spring Hill, Williamson County, and Davidson County, and Rutherford County. I mean, I do that whole area, and that's why we've been able to help so many families out there. And we do a lot of cross-selling. So yeah, any of those areas, we'd love to work with you.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you very much for taking the time to share your knowledge with our listeners. It was a real pleasure, Alex.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate being on here. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.